And it's a big story at this hour. The dates for the Bihar Assembly elections are expected to be announced today by the Chief Election Commissioner Gyanesh Kumar, and has confirmed that the Assembly elections in Bihar will be held before the 22nd of November. This is the first election in Bihar after the SIR showdown. The EC has hailed the SIR exercise in Bihar and said the voter list has now been purified. Education, development and women welfare have been the agendas in Bihar. Migration also a major issue in the state. The big question is which party has managed to tackle all these issues and hit a chord with the people of Bihar. Now, NDA allies have come forward to say the alliance will fight the polls united and said they are confident of a win, while the opposition RJD says Tejasvi Yadav will be the next chief minister of the state of Bihar. Shiv Sena UBT doubles down and says people of Bihar now want a change and a new leader will take the chief minister's seat from Nitish Kumar. All right, let's first get you the SWOT analysis on both the alliances here. It's a huge face-off that you're seeing and you're going to see over the next few weeks in terms of the face-off between the Mahagathbandhan and the NDA. Now, let's just take you through the strengths of the MGB, the Mahagathbandhan. RJD's social coalition is the Yadavs plus the OBCs plus the left card strength, which is with the CPM. So this is going to be a huge number of votes that they will be gathering. Jobs, exams, voter rights, local service delivery, these are things that they have been underscoring on. Now, remember, the coalition wins in 2015 and the near miss in 2020. 2020 was a COVID era. That was the first state election during the COVID era in the state of Bihar also that took place. Now, Jai and Viro factor, which is the Rahul Gandhi factor and the Tejasvi Yadav factor. Remember, the young faces still in the state of Bihar. They've also been holding rallies. They've been holding these road shows. How will that really lead to the coming together of votes and their vote bank is a big question. And also the Congress left smaller allies demand bigger share. This is one of the weaknesses because there's still a lot of a split within that alliance that you hear even party representatives talk about very often. Tejasvi is young, seen as inexperienced when compared to Nitish Kumar, who has been at the helm of affairs and has very often been the chief minister of the state of Bihar. Another weakness is Lalu's legal baggage, age and limited role that he is playing right now. The mantle lies with his son as of now, who is still seen as someone inexperienced when compared to Nitish Kumar and as well as his father, Lalu Prasad. Now, another weakness is that NDA has administrative logistical advantage on the ground, and as of now, seat sharing murmurs aren't really that huge within the NDA. Opportunity is also at this point because you have the consolidated minority vote, you have the EBC, you have the left Dalit votes, which can move into this transferable block of 30 to 50 seats. That is one opportunity also that they are looking at this point. Now, let's take you through some of the political reactions at this point.
घोषणा का इंतजार हम लोग कर रहे हैं। हम लोग, हमारी पार्टी, हमारा गठबंधन तैयार है और लंगोटा पहनकर हम लोग तैयार हैं। सबको हम लोग पटकनियां देने का काम करेंगे और लंगोटा मीन्स जनता का आशीर्वाद लेकर हम लोग बैठे हुए हैं और जनता का आशीर्वाद महागठबंधन को है और महागठबंधन की सरकार तेजस्वी यादव के नेतृत्व में मुख्यमंत्री तेजस्वी यादव होंगे और गरीबों वंचितों का जो रह गया है काम उसको करेंगे काम।
जिस तरीके से लगातार नीतीश कुमार जी की हेल्थ को लेकर बहुत सारी अटकलें लगाई जा रही हैं और इतने सालों से वो ये जिम्मेदारी निभाते आए हैं, तो अब उनको जिम्मेदारी चुनाव को लेकर जिम्मेदारी मुक्त करना वहां की जनता भी चाहती है। वो चाहती है कि इतना साल उन्होंने सेवा की है बिहार की, हो सकता है एक युवा पीढ़ी अब आए और उसमें बदलाव लाए।
A quick look at the SWOT analysis when it comes to the BJP and its allies in the state of Bihar as well. Let's start with a strong organizational and cadre base, which is because of the RSS backing that the NDA has in the state of Bihar. Huge numbers there because of the RSS backing. Let's move on now to the next point there. Modi is enduring appeal. Very often you see the Prime Minister there on the ground when it comes to these big elections in the states. He's been in Bihar, he's been speaking to people. The strengths also here being the proven electoral rise of the BJP from 55 seats to 74 seats, along with its allies as well. The LJP and others expanding the caste outreach. Remember, caste plays a huge role in a state like Bihar, and that, of course, will be a key point as well. The double engine boost is the central schemes reaching Bihar. You've seen a lot of inaugurations take place by the Prime Minister in the recent weeks, and that's why we talk about the double engine. The weakness is no charismatic state leader other than the ones that you have Sushil Modi, who's got the state leader post. Nitish Kumar being the face of that alliance right now. But remember, he's from the JDU, and the BJP really doesn't have a strong face other than the Prime Minister, who keeps visiting to strengthen the vote banks there. Also, Nitish's unpredictability, very important point, being a weakness. Which side will he turn to is often a question asked even by critics. The anti-incumbency risk, which we will even talk to our reporters about in a moment from now, and the weak reach in the Yadav and Muslim belts. This is something that lies more with the Mahagathbandhan in terms of the strength, numbers and support. A lot of rallies have been taking place as well there, of course. A lot of people speaking in terms of weaknesses. Another weakness is the internal frictions also. Seat demands from allies like Chirag Paswan wanting more seats in the state of Bihar ahead of the elections. Now, opportunities here also. RJD's Yadav focus may alienate other OBCs. This is one of the opportunities that they should go in and try to capitalize on ahead of the elections. Prashant Kishore's Jan Suraj may fragment opposition vote as well. It isn't coming together with the Mahagathbandhan, so perhaps standing alone, it will take away from the consolidated votes that the Mahagathbandhan alliance may have. Also, the push of the BJP CM face if Nitish exits is another opportunity. But will that happen is a big question, because as of now, they have been in that alliance with Nitish Kumar. Another opportunity is the caste survey benefits, wooing EBCs and Dalits with welfare schemes, which you've also seen the Prime Minister do in the last few weeks. Another opportunity being the national momentum, Modi's third term. There is this pitch of stability that the BJP and the NDA alliance has also been talking about. But the threats are the resurgence of the Mahagathbandhan, the RJD Congress, the Viru Jaik quotient as well, the equation between them, at least the unity they've been trying to project on the ground, along with the other threat being poverty, joblessness, migration. All of this accumulates into one factor, which is the anti-incumbency factor. Prashant Kishore's youth focus, caste-neutral politics, is something that a lot of people are saying is a fresh breath of air, but how much will that transpire into votes for him is a question. But since the Election Commission has announced that 4 p.m. today, they will be coming out with the poll dates, a lot of political reactions coming in. Listen in.
एक बार सुन लेना चाहिए। स्वागत करेंगे हम लोग। चुनाव आयोग अगर करेगा तो हम लोग जानते हैं, उसके लिए तैयार भी हम लोग हैं।
सर, आपने एक चरण में चुनाव कराने की डिमांड की थी, क्या उम्मीदें हैं आप लोगों को इस बार 2025 के विधानसभा चुनाव?
हम लोग जब मिले थे सीईसी से, तो हम लोगों का एक चरण का उद्देश्य एक था कि एक तो खर्चा भी कम होता है, और दूसरा कि बिहार में कानून व्यवस्था दुरुस्त है, वो इशू ही नहीं है। बिहार में नक्सलिज्म कोई इशू नहीं है, बिहार में रोड की स्थिति इतनी अच्छी है, कनेक्टिविटी कोई इशू नहीं है, और बिहार में एक फेज में चुनाव होगा, तो मुझे लगता है कि देश में तो अभी सिर्फ बिहार में चुनाव हो रहा है। तो ये हम लोगों ने जाके डिमांड किया था, लेकिन इलेक्शन कमीशन जो भी तय करेगा, जो भी फेज, हम लोगों को कोई समस्या नहीं है। और मुझे लगता है कि बिहार में जो चुनाव होगा उसमें सबसे बड़ा मुद्दा, हर एक चुनाव का एक मुद्दा होता है, वो जो काम काज है, विकास है, डेवलपमेंट है, उसी के नाम पर अब बिहार के लोग वोट करते हैं। बिहार के लोग जात धर्म पे अब वोट नहीं करते हैं। ये नीतीश कुमार का इतना बड़ा लकीर खींचा हुआ है काम का, उसी काम पर हम लोगों के बीच में जाएंगे।
क्या जात पात पर सरकार बनेगी? क्या अफवाह फैला करके सरकार बनेगी? क्या इनके पास अब कोई विकास का मुद्दा नहीं रहा? विपक्ष के पास क्या अब कोई विकास का मुद्दा नहीं है? जनता का जो इच्छा है, जनता का जो चाह है, जो मतदाता को चाहिए, वो एनडीए सरकार ने सब कुछ किया है। तो विपक्ष अब जो है विकास पर, मूलभूत सुविधा पर क्या वोट नहीं चाहती है?
Aishwarya now joins me live on that big story. Aishwarya, all eyes on 4 p.m. today when the Election Commission is going to come out and announce the dates for the big Bihar battle and polls. But a lot of controversies have already surrounded, this run-up to the Bihar elections. Take us through some of them. You've seen what's happened with, the purification claim by the EC, also the showdown over the Prime Minister's mother that has taken place. Very quickly, a few, quick highlights on the controversies.
Well, over the weekends, it was Chief Election Commissioner Gyanesh Kumar along with the two other election commissioners who were in Patna, the capital city in Bihar, and there were hectic parleys of meetings, deliberations that took place with representatives of different political parties, be it the national political parties, of the state political parties, the logistical arrangements, security arrangements, all were discussed, including the booth level officer training programs that for the very first time happening at each booth in Bihar. And after those deliberations, the requests that were made by several political parties that the election should take place only after Chhath Puja, and the consensus somehow had been made, as sources have indicated to us. It will be at 4 p.m. when the Chief Election Commissioner Gyanesh Kumar will be announcing the dates, whether it would be the fewer phases or like what happened in 2020 with 3 phases, the elections will take place in Bihar or not is something that remains to be seen. But Election Commission of India is well prepared. But the major issue, the controversy that surrounded months before these dates announced was of the SIR. I remember during the entire monsoon session of Parliament, the entire India bloc united together against the SIR process that was initiated just months before the elections in Bihar. They stated that it's a discussion that should be done inside the Parliament as well, where the government stated that it's a working process of Election Commission of India. They are not the party in the Parliament, so who will reply on behalf of the Election Commission? Certainly, it's a vote chori allegations. Vote Adhikar Yatra is something that we saw on behalf of Rahul Gandhi and Nitish in the entire state of Bihar. And there were gross allegations that were put in front of Election Commission that there are several voters, in fact thousands and lakhs of voters which have been deleted in a few number of days that Election Commission should answer. But it is the process that started on 24th of June 2025, and within the time frame that the Election Commission decided, the entire process completed. And that's the role model that Election Commission is putting forward in the upcoming state elections as well.
All right.
The Election Commission will be conducting the election. So, there was a entire process that have taken place, and finally at 4 p.m. we will be getting to know that how these elections pans out in the state of Bihar.
Aishwarya, we'll keep coming back to you on that big story, but there is some breaking news coming in. And the NDA has been talking about development ahead of the Bihar elections. You've got at 4 p.m. the announcement happening today, but the inauguration spree continues ahead of the poll dates. Chief Minister of Bihar, Nitish Kumar, is to inaugurate the Patna Metro route. It's the first phase of the Patna Metro route that will be open today. This is Nitish Kumar's bid to beat poll code curbs, which will kick in after the election dates announcement. Prabhakar is now joining me live. Prabhakar, we've got just hours to go for the Election Commission to announce the poll dates, and we have Nitish Kumar on an inauguration spree, and this in fact is one of the key inaugurations that Patna was looking forward to.
Yeah, exactly. He's on an inauguration spree, I would say, and today 3 major events happening. A, the first phase of Patna Metro being inaugurated. B, 21 lakh women members would get 10,000 each in their account as part of the Mukhyamantri Mahila Rozgar Yojana, which is a flagship program for the empowerment of women. And we know that altogether, including this 21 lakh, 1 crore 21 lakh women have so far been benefited by this 10,000 rupees grant by the state government for self-employment and employment generation, as they call it. And third, there is a major developmental scheme worth around 5,000 crore rupees being inaugurated in Muzaffarpur today. So Chief Minister is on a complete spree, and he has to complete all these three programs today before 4 p.m., before the code of conduct comes into play. And remember, this is not only about today. For last 3 months, we are seeing a similar rush actually by the government to inaugurate and launch as many schemes as possible, because they know very well that today after 4 p.m. they will not be technically able to do it. So they want to complete that target before the code of conduct actually comes into play.
All right, Prabhakar, thanks for joining us live there.